Alright then. Let's go ahead and turn that down, shall we? You there, man?
Yeah, still here.
Alrighty then. Hello, everybody.
What's
Hello,
up?
YouTube. Hello, Twitch. Hopefully, you guys are enjoying yourselves today. The boys just responded to me. They're trying to. Eli's trying to, and Tyree is on his way home. So I guess we'll have to see them out there in a bit. But it's good. We finally got Kelvin today, guys. He's finally here for one of the shows, and when he's here, everyone else is gone. So.
Hey, it works out there, huh? No, at least you got somebody. Could be nobody.
I mean, yeah, I could have just do my normal regular content, but people on YouTube don't see when I'm live on Twitch, which is unfortunate. Risky Reaper, you're missing out. You know what I mean? You're missing out. Anyways, hello YouTube, hello Twitch. Welcome to the second attempt at this talk show podcast type thing. Something that definitely is still new. I'm trying to get used to it. Here today we have Kelvin. He is one of the main people that originally had the idea of jumping in with me on this podcast type thing. He supported me in the beginning, since the beginning, even when things were a little stupid back then. He's still there. He's still supported, and he has a bunch of ideas. And there's tons of things that he still wants to end up doing. So make sure you guys check him out as well. As soon as he sets up his social media and stuff. Ain't that right, Kelvin?
Well, yeah. It's taking me a lot longer than a lot of other people, but you know.
I mean, hey, I've been doing this for like 4 or 5 years, but I didn't really get into streaming until about maybe a year ago. So I'm coming up on a year and 3 months, guys, of doing this, and it's weird. It's weird to be on here, but it's good to like continue to grow and all that kind of stuff and enjoy and meet new people. One of my favorite things about doing this is meeting all these people. I met someone from Germany once on here. I was playing a game and I didn't understand the language, and it just happened to be a German person. A German kid was watching the show. Helped me understand things that I didn't understand nonetheless. That was fun.
Well, that's pretty cool. Hey, it's like you get to meet new people.
Yeah, one of my favorite things is just meeting all kinds of people on here. Let's see here. So if you guys chat, doesn't matter if you're on YouTube or on Twitch, I'll be able to see both of your guys' chat bars over here on the right. It's good to see some YouTube on there finally. Risky, hopefully you're enjoying yourself out there.
So we got some YouTubers out there? We got YouTubers and Twitchers?
Well, what I mean is YouTube users and Twitch users, yes. It's gonna be before I can pull anyone else to, follow and watch and stuff. And hopefully I can pull someone's leg to do that, because it'd be awesome. But let's see here. I would try to pull someone else in, but I'm unsure how they feel about it.
Who is it?
Well, it's gonna be Twisted, but I think she's up to something.
Oh, who's Twisted?
Twisted is another streamer friend of mine that actually has her own Twitch, and she's actually doing really well on her Twitch stuff. She's surpassed me, and a little jealous here and there, but she's doing good, obviously, and that's what really matters. Because I was a teacher, and she's using what I taught her to get as far as she is right now. So either way, I see it as a good thing for me personally that I was able to teach someone.
That is pretty cool. I'll give you that.
Yeah.
I'll give you that. Boy, you better not got my money out there. What you playing with? You had to go all the way out there to do it. Oh,
who's
hold up. Yelling at the kids. My bad. Damn kids take my money, man. Damn. This little motherfucker gonna run out of here act like you doing something. I'm like, yeah, what you got? What you stealing?
Who's gonna help me? I don't know. I'll figure it out. What? Why am I watching? Oh no, that is for a game I was looking at to get. It's called Simulacra. It's like a horror game, Japanese horror. On my last stream, a lot of people have actually been recommending me to play some Japanese horror games, so I've been looking around.
You better not out there stick that gum no place else either. You better throw it away when you're done with it.
Parenting, guys, one of the easiest things to do in the world.
Shit.
Ain't that right? Parenting's just easy. I mean, I think You just tell
Sneaky ass
them no.
kids.
You give them treats whenever they're doing good, and I think that's how you take care of
That
kids,
sounds
right?
like a puppy dog. You give puppy dogs treats when they good. Hell, these motherfuckers expect the hell.
I mean, if it works on dogs, it should work in people. It's we're not far
Yeah.
from dogs. That's for sure. Um, but I gotta see what the boys are up to because they're still taking their sweet time.
Well, I mean, one of them's got to get home. I'm sure. I know it's
I know, but hey, I streamed when I was in a car once. That wasn't
yeah, we
fun,
know how that
but
worked out. We seen how that worked out.
there was some moments. There was some moments of cut. Oh, so for YouTube and Twitch, YouTube, you don't know this because I don't say nothing on YouTube, but I got 2 gift cards here available to anyone who follows the Twitch channel that's not already and follows the Instagram or joins the Discord. You guys do one of those things, you guys can be put in for a drawing to win one of these 2 gift cards. One of them is a $20 Nintendo Switch, and the other one's a $25 PlayStation. I had an Xbox, but someone won the Xbox last month. But if you guys want an opportunity to win, so last month it was Twisted, or not Twisted, Techno Rose won.
All right. That's what we want to know. We want to know make sure you're actually giving them out to people. Shoot.
Yeah, well, she won because she did everything everyone required to, and well, I was gonna hold up the rest of the cards for everyone else. So I was like, you know what? Since you decided to follow and all that stuff, here you go, boom. So she got her thing.
Nice. That's what's up.
But yeah, so I still have the PlayStation and the Nintendo Switch cards, and then hopefully we can do one of your ideas. PlayStation is $25, Nintendo Switch is $20. For some reason, Nintendo don't do $25 gift cards. It's 20s, 50s, and whatever else is up.
Let's see. They want $25 at least. Understandable.
I mean, I would think $30 would be a good card, just because most games out there that are good are going to be
any card that's got money that's free and I ain't had to pay for it is good for me.
I mean, yeah. I mean, don't you want free money, guys? Don't you want to earn some free money here? You don't have. The only thing you have to do is join the Discord, follow the channels on both YouTube and Twitch. You guys can put in for a drawing for new members, man. Come on, you guys want this, right? Free money. Think about it. Okay. What's up, Zero Gravity? It's good to see another Twitch fellow. We got YouTube and we got Twitch over here talking. How you guys doing, huh? Okay, well, there goes all this, but yeah. Yep. So while we're waiting on the others, today's talk show, we're going to be talking about conspiracy theories. And there's no script, there's no structure. Yeah. There's no structure to this, so it is going to be a little weird. But I say we can just jump into it and have some fun. It should be fine. You're a dinosaur? Well, good for you, Zero. Good that you are a dinosaur. Part of an extinct family. Everyone's dead. So, for the first conspiracy theory, I like to talk, because one of my favorite things to talk about is the paranormal. I don't know how you feel about that, Kelvin, but I like the paranormal.
That's leave me the hell alone.
So, I know when it comes to paranormal, a lot of people tend to not believe a lot just because A, Hollywood, B, TV shows, there's excuses for everything out there. But when it comes to the paranormal, what do you think? Do you believe in ghosts? Kelvin, do you believe in ghosts?
I don't know if I believe in ghosts so much.
Well, yeah, I mean,
if shit goes moving around, like I said, I don't like things moving around me. So, if there's ghosts, they need to mind their business.
Well, I'm just saying, the paranormal, there has to be.
You like ghosts?
Do I like ghosts? I like ghosts. I like the idea of ghosts and specters and all that. I think it's a really cool concept to be aware of.
Yeah, it is.
And some of my favorite things to look at whenever it comes to the paranormal is actually to take a look at real stories. There's all kinds of stories that are on the internet, and a lot of people.
What kind of story you got pulled up right now?
Okay, so a story that I found is called "The Grandmas in the Cemetery," and this story kind of intrigues me a little bit but I don't know. I'm gonna let you guys have an input on it or what you guys think about it, because this is one of those things you just have to kind of understand. So let me see here. I can do a screen share on here, right? That's the Q&A. Put the people enable up. Oh, he just his thing just straight up died. Jesus. Okay. Well, while we wait for him to reconnect, no video feed. You. Okay. We got.
Hold on, here it come. Dang, I didn't forget the stream. I was like, what is going on here? All right, I'm back in.
I got two versions of you on here though. That's.
Oh, I just duplicated myself. Even better. Yeah. I only see one of you.
Yeah, I can pull up. Yeah, because you have a pre-existing one, and then there's you. So while we wait for the other boys to load up, because yikes.
You thought it was me. You thought it was one of the other boys loading in, didn't you?
For a second there, I had faith. Yes.
I was wondering. So, all right, with this restream, what do I do if I wanted to send this to somebody so they can come into the stream? What would I do? Just send the link that you sent me. Does it work like that?
As far as I'm aware, yes. If there was someone you wanted to add into the stream that it was not gonna.
I ain't got nobody right now. I was just up there.
But yeah, no, like for viewers, in case viewers want to join in on the stream, all they have to do is request it on just in chat. So whatever chat they're on, whether they're YouTube, whether they're Twitch, if they wanted to be a part of this, they can just ask to be added into the stream, and then you guys can be added to it and accepted and all that kind of stuff. I'm starting to regret restream though. It seems to have a lot of communication errors, but we're chilling. As he's connecting again, we're gonna let it load. It's gonna be duplicate, right?
Yeah, wait. No, it's not gonna. It shouldn't be. Yeah, it for some reason it said all snap. It went through the web page and everything like I lost connection, like an internet connection or something. I don't know. Weird.
Yeah.
Had me reload.
This is why computers are better when it comes to this stuff, guys. Always remember, computers are better.
They are better, but when you're on the fly, you got to do what you can know to do. You know what I mean?
Yes.
If the kid would sleep, then maybe I could be by the computer and we'd have a steady little thing. But I'm not in there right now.
I'm hoping that YouTube is working properly because I'm getting a few messages that it's not. But oh well. Anyways, so
at least we can try to work out what's going on, and then after that, we'll be able to.
I'm just hoping that after this, we learn enough that I can just start working on different hardware, because at this point, a mixer would be ideal, just because it would allow me to connect one system up for video monitoring and connect another system up for the gaming, and then all that kind of jazz. But also like music stuff. We all like music, so. I don't know how much longer I want to use Restream because it seems to have a lot of issues. You know what I mean?
Was it a young company or something?
No, it's just since it's software, like it's a website. It's not like hardware, so you lose internet connection, you're just out. You know what I mean? Whereas OBS, you kind of get a minute of lag time for it to be checking before it kicks you. So. But these headphones are sounding good. I might do a product review on these guys. These are the HS80s from Corsair. I love Corsair when it comes to their headsets because they have some.
Sounds like you like Corsair and a lot of things. You also like the power too.
So for Corsair, I like them a lot when it comes to audio. I like Razer when it comes to some aesthetic choices. But since, their headphones from Corsair... Did not mean to push that button.
I was about to say,
like... But no, like Corsair, I love their headphones. It's great quality. Audio's always good in them. One of my favorite things is Corsair. Their mechanical keyboards are also smooth. I don't have a mechanical keyboard. I'm wanting to pick one up, but I've experienced one.
So what's the difference between a mechanical keyboard and the other type of keyboard? I'm sure there's two types if one of them mechanical.
There's butterfly, there's mechanical, there's silent. Mechanical keyboards, as far as I'm aware, they're more tactile, so they're a little more responsive when it comes to your clicks and everything like that. Like they're built where they're a little more sensitive. You get a lot more pressure on your clicks. There's a lot to do with it, and I can't think of it completely, but it's supposed to be like a faster, more responsive system, and it's supposed to last longer too. So 5-minute countdown. Yeah, I know, Zero. It just happens that way. Actually, in fact, I was gonna try to throw Carmine onto here, but Carmine's working. Apparently, Kelvin didn't know that he was working, so
I did. I thought he had this week off or something.
I don't know why that would be an idea. I was thinking more along the lines of Dylan, because I don't know if Dylan ever texted you or not, but Dylan didn't see himself on the schedule for a whole week, so he was just wondering what was going on there.
Did he actually get a hold of Heather? Heather does a schedule, man. I don't know when she leaves people off. I don't know what she's thinking.
I don't know. I think it was when she was on vacation, so there wasn't any communication with her. Like, I wasn't going to text her straight out of the blue, because, no.
Well, this was when she was on vacation. He should have just told. I mean, if he had called the store, I just would have wrote him in.
Anyway, so this ghost story that I have on here is from Dayton, Ohio. And, let's see here. The story goes a bit like this. So, Jeff, a resident of Dayton... Oh, no. Man, see, this is why you gotta be careful with people on the internet. Oh, wait. Restream has... Okay. I like how I can do that, but then you can't clear off there. So, if I go here, though, I should be able to just do that. And then there we go. I really wish there was an easier way to do that, but there is none. It doesn't look like it's going to change in there. So, oh well. Should watch creepypastas. That could be a good idea. So, get rid of that. And here. So we're going to show this up. So this is Zero Gravity. He recommends us watching a creepypasta. What do you think about that?
What is creepypasta, first question?
So creepypasta is basically like, yeah. Well, creepypastas in general are basically stories created by people who just have like no origin, like Momo, like Slenderman, like, those are creepypastas. They're something that we create to kind of just, go into that spectrum. But people make videos of creepypastas that you actually can watch and react to, which I actually wouldn't mind if there's like no copyright music, because I know a lot of them does a lot of E-I-E-I-O. Yeah, there's I don't know who's singing in the background there, but it seems like Zero Gravity. Zero Gravity, E-I-E-I-O. There you go.
Oh, okay. Can they hear that? They can hear that audio?
Whatever I hear from you is exactly what they can hear. If you want, you can open up Twitch or YouTube on a different device on the side. Open up my channel, and you'll be able to hear exactly what goes through.
I'm definitely going to rewatch this video, man. Jeez. Let me see if I can fix that for you gentlemen here.
You're good. But, okay, so the one story that I was looking at is from Dayton, Ohio, and it is this guy named Jeff. He was driving with his 3-year-old son in the back seat when they passed by a cemetery. It was a modest cemetery with only flowers and small plaques. Basically looks like a giant garden, according to Jeff. It says that as he drove by, his toddler, who had been happily singing, abruptly stopped, pointed at the cemetery, and exclaimed, "Look at all those people."
Oh,
So first off, kids, they're supposedly known to see these things a lot better than what the older person.
Very sensitive to paranormal or that kind of stuff.
I think it's just because since their senses are still developing, it's kind of like they're more vulnerable to sensitive and very weak signals and stuff. Because I know when you're younger, your eyes see a whole spectrum of colors that by the time you're 16, 17 years old, you don't see that many colors anymore. It explains why when you think about your childhood, everything is so much brighter than if you actually look at it today. You know what I mean? Uh, you miss me? Oh, that's good. It's good that you miss me, Zero. It's good that you miss me, man. Maybe we'll throw you on to here in a bit as soon as the other boys get on. So as we continue, Jeff turned to look, but he didn't see a soul. Confused, he asked his son what he was talking about. And his son goes, all those people over there, there sure are a lot of grandmas. So as Jeff tells it, chills ran down his spine as he asked his son what the people were doing. And he goes, they're all standing there looking down at the grass. Completely unsettled by the conversation, Jeff sped up and drove home, and later that same day, he said that his son was watching TV when he turned to him and said, you know, they weren't alive. So the kid is telling his dad that essentially he knows that they're not alive, but he can see these people just sitting there. So first off,
that's kind of interesting.
So from a personal perspective, how would you feel if one of your kids was just to be like that to you? Was just to say, hey, I see a person over there. I know they're not alive, but I see a person over there. What would your response be to that?
Well, me myself, I'd probably blow it off.
Okay.
No, let's face it. However, there was an incident once where they said objects was flying around the room and stuff, and you know, I was kind of like, well, as long as it don't fly around the room when I'm in the room, I don't care.
Okay. Goofy goober, yes. Okay, so thinking that his son was referring to the cartoon, he asked his son what he meant, and his son goes, "Those people we saw, they were all paused." And he goes, or Jeff goes, "I don't know if my kid has a sixth sense or something, or if he just has a wild imagination."
You get it.
But that's the story from that. The next story that's also on here is called The Ghost of the Stanley Hotel. And there's actually a photo of this staircase and stuff like that. Let me see if I can pull it up on here real quick. Hopefully I can. There should be a way for me to do a... Hold on, you guys probably will not be able to see this for a second. I'm going to share my screen. I'm going to do that. Make that bigger. And then I am going to share this real quick. So hopefully no ads. So this is the...
Oh, yeah, that's great. I like that.
Okay, so if I zoom in here, this is a photo that they took. Oh, my lordy lord. Ads. You guys want almond milk? So
I like
we
almond
see
milk.
This is a hotel of sorts, but we can see in this picture it looks like a person is right there.
Yeah, it does.
If you think about it, and it freaks this guy out. I guess I could just show this, right? Just show this on the window for everyone to see. Ignore the NBC guys; they suck. So the Stanley Hotel in Estes Peak, Colorado, has been around for more than 100 years, so that's how it's going. As years pass, though, they declined in people, the place fall into despair, and then Stephen King spent the night was inspired to write the story The Shining. So I guess this hotel is responsible for The Shining, which is interesting.
Have you ever
given
seen the show, the movie? Have you seen The Shining?
I have never seen The Shining, but I know the references to The Shining from the carpet on the ground.
Check it out. That was pretty good. Steve Arthur.
I know his It story was interesting. The book is way more graphic and mature than the actual movies. But like even in the movies, I like the first film-ish. The second one wasn't really scary at all, and It Chapter 2 was kind of like, you know, something else. See here. Given the history, many visitors report strange happenings. Aware of the ghostly rumors, Texas resident Henry Yahoo booked a last-minute getaway in April of 2016 to check it out. So actually, this is not that long ago. See here. So when he arrived there, he had dinner, wandered around the Stanley to take photos. He went to the stop at the staircase and waited for people to clear out the area to take a picture, so that way he can, I guess, make a book or cover or something like that. He took the picture and was thinking nothing of it. Later that night, though, he began to feel sick. He had the shivers and he felt like something was wrong. His companion told him that he should probably go to the emergency room, but he refused. Which, you know, if you don't need to go to an emergency room, you don't need to go. I guess he decided to leave after that. On the trip home, he began to swipe through the photos he'd taken when he discovered that there was a really strange image of someone standing on the stairs. But as he recalled, no one was in the photos when he began to take them. The next day, he posted on Instagram, half joking that he captured a ghost, and the world took notice. Almost overnight, he found himself in the limelight with his ghost picture warranting attention from global media outlets and paranormal experts who wanted to examine the photo. Some experts say that there's two ghosts, and other people said that the reason I got sick was because the ghost was trying to materialize, taking energy out of me. There's so many theories about this. And that is another thing that I am aware of. Sometimes if you feel sick and you experience something like that, supposedly it's energy being sucked away from you from the paranormal. I don't know how true that is as far as my understanding goes, but I do know that it is it's a possibility that happens. Do you still not believe in ghosts though, Kelvin? Do you still not think it's real?
I did. All right, so it's not the fact that I don't believe in ghosts.
Okay.
Because I acknowledge the fact that it's plausible. I just ask that the ghosts leave me the fuck alone.
Gotcha.
So,
gotcha.
You know what I mean? Like, if they leave me alone, I leave them alone. We're all happy.
So, what if I was to go something a little closer to home, and we take a look at a ghost story from a few different states? One state I was thinking about is, where we're based at in Indiana. And there's tons of ghost stories here that we are aware of, right? You know some of the stories that go on in the Hoosier State from that one bridge, whatever the name is called. I can't remember. I can't think of the name. Hold on. Is it on here at all? I can't think of I can't, as much as I know this state, I don't know this state at all. Because I'm trying to look at these stories over here. One of them is a Studebaker Child and the Nanny. Apparently there's a place, Tippecanoe Place is the name of a restaurant inside the Studebaker mansion. Employees of the restaurant claim to see things moving out of the corner of their eyes and to witness objects moving by themselves all the time. While no one knows for sure, it's assumed that Studebaker himself, along with possibly his child and nanny, are haunting the restaurant. There's not much of a story there, but supposedly there's a haunted restaurant, whatnot. I want to find a longer story though. Because when it comes to conspiracies and we're doing paranormal, I just like to look into this stuff and get some detailed information. Is it like you die if you cross it or something? Cross or something? I don't know. Are you talking about the... What are you talking about? I'm a little lost. I also hear a child there.
You hear a child?
I hear a child.
I love it.
Let's see here. So it looks like in Brazil, Indiana, there is a 100-step cemetery. Headstones in the cemetery date back to the 1860s. Says that over the years, a legend has developed stating that if you go on a completely dark night and climb up all the steps and reach 100, you're supposed to see a ghost. Oh yeah, so here's the haunted bridge. So I found, it's not the haunted bridge I was thinking of, but maybe this is familiar to you guys. The Avon Haunted Bridge in Avon, Indiana. The haunted bridge in Avon, Indiana has multiple legends and stories attached to it. The haunted bridge is believed to have been built somewhere between the 1906, although some say that the construction started as far back as the 1850s. Which, if you think about it, that's actually very, very old. One of the most famous stories associated with the bridge is that of a construction worker, Henry Johnson. It is believed while working, he fell into a vat of cement where he perished. Some stories suggest his co-workers heard him, while others say his body was not discovered until the next day. Another story claims that a young mother was on her way to take her infant to the doctor when she became trapped. Her only option was to jump off the bridge with her infant to save their lives. The woman survived, but the child did not. The young mother eventually died a few weeks later. Visitors to the bridge claim to hear screaming and seeing what they believe is the ghost of the young mother walking around the bridge. That is a little creepy, because it's kind of like, well, then if you interact with one of
Avon, Indiana.
In Avon, Indiana, yes.
The way that not too far from here, is it? I don't believe so.
Well, I'm not gonna say town names because internet. But yeah, no, that's a little concerning. But everyone knows the historic Hannah House, all right? If you've lived in Indiana, if you've passed through Indiana, there's no way you guys have never heard about the Hannah Haunted House. It is a very old building, I believe, dating back to 1858. Built by Alexander Hannah. They built this home in Indianapolis. An additional wing and rooms were built following his marriage to Elizabeth Jackson to accommodate the new lady of the house and servants. Hannah, a man known for being against slavery, allowed his home to be used as a stop for the Underground Railroad. People have claimed to hear whining and moaning through the house. Other people have claimed to smell horrible odors in the home with no apparent cause, as some believe that these paranormal activities are the result of the rumored death of the slaves who burned alive in the basement after a lantern caused a fire. I did not know that story, but now that just makes that whole place even darker. Fun.
Well, kind of darker, but not. I mean, you got to think, he was also trying to help him. He was stopping the Underground Railroad, so he was trying. It's not that it was intentional.
True.
So,
true. It was an accident.
Right. I mean, apparently it was their stop on, unless there's a twisted turn there, and he was actually saying, "Hey, this is a stop on the Underground Railroad," and then when they got in there, he was chaining them up to the walls, killing them. And we're in trouble.
Jesus Cristo, man, that is dark. Okay, Eli says he uninstalled Discord. Try to reinstall it, man. You gotta try, man. I'm trying to get his attention. I'm trying to get the man. And then Tyree.
Yeah, but this is Restream. Can't you just send it to him on Restream? Or
Yeah, I sent it already.
Okay, yeah, that's what I was thinking. I was like, because Discord is just the way that we chat. But
apparently, the most haunted place in Indiana is the Story Inn in Nashville, Indiana. Apparently, back in 1851, the quaint little town of Story was founded by Dr. George Story. The town was comprised of the Story Inn, a schoolhouse, 2 general stores, a sawmill, a post office, church, and a couple of additional buildings. Already, this is making me think of the one-room schoolhouse that is in, I believe, Hope, Indiana. Because it's a very tiny town in Hope, but they have a one-room schoolhouse that has been there for years and years and years, and they actually used to take kids and take them on a field trip there, which was interesting. Up until the Great Depression, the small town flourished. The town of Story sat abandoned for decades. Eventually, preservationists, or whatever they're called, I don't know, decided to bring the town back to life. The structures in the town were repaired, but their uniqueness and original state were, for the most part, left intact. The Story Inn is one structure in the town that was restored to what it once was back in the heyday. Each of the rooms and cottages in the inn is free of radios, televisions, and clocks, which the owners considered modern-day distractions. Fitting for an old-school setup. The rooms and cottages have some modern features, such as electricity, running water, but their furnishings are very 19th century American Midwest. The rusted look and the histories are not all the same, are not all the Story Inn possesses. In there's also stories of paranormal activity. Countless staff members and guests have made claims of seeing the Blue Lady. It is said that the Blue Lady is Dr. George Story's wife. The former Garden Rome is now named after the Blue Lady. People wishing to engage with her. Hey, hold on. Welcome to the chat, man.
How you doing?
We're doing good. We're currently looking through some conspiracies. We're looking through one of the most haunted locations right now in Indiana called, apparently, the Story, Indiana. Apparently, that is an actual name. But we're going over about ghost stories and paranormal because we're going on about conspiracy theories. Let me ask you a question though. Do you believe in ghosts?
Do I believe in ghosts?
Do you believe in ghosts?
Yeah.
All right.
No,
Do you
not
have
a
any
believer.
believer? See, I'm a believer too, man. Like I said. So, do you have any stories that you might be aware of? Because I got a few ghost stories when I was growing up that I could share.
Me
But
personally, if I heard something creepy, I went the other way.
Hey, that's
seriously,
what we got in common. That's what I was telling him. She,
apparently
I'm not going
Kelvin
there
would just
investigating nothing.
nah.
Heck, this ain't no chainsaw movie. Heck, I'm out.
It's also
Let me
not
go check this
Texas, so
out.
I think we'll be fine. I think we'll be fine.
Let's see what that noise was.
But the reason why that I wanted to do this was because for me, I do have some personal ghost stories. Growing up, I've always kind of had a somewhat comfortability when it comes to this stuff. For as long as I remember experiencing stuff that was paranormal. That I think because it happened so often, and because I was so young, I just kind of got used to it. So to me, I like the paranormal just because it's something that not a lot of people want to agree about or understand. One of the oldest stories I could think about was when I was, I think, 5 or 6. It was before I was in school, so I was probably like 5. Where we used to be in this one home in the center of the old town that I grew up in my old hometown, and there's this one house. It was a one-story, small little blue-white house that had a basement, and I think the building was very old. It was built in like 1920s, 1930s. But in this home, there was always kinds of weird things that would happen. There was things being moved, and my parents would used to blame me for them until something happened when they were in the kitchen one time, and all of a sudden they stopped blaming me for all that stuff. I don't know what happened there, but yeah. There was a time though that I remember laying on the couch in the living room, and the way that the living room was set up is you had the living room here, you had a kitchen that would be in front of the living room, you had the front door over here on the right side that would just go into it. It was like a C shape for the house. It was a very C-shaped house. But there was a basement door, and the way that the basement door is hooked up is it's actually connected through both the kitchen and the no, it wasn't in the kitchen. It was hooked up in the living room. The garage was hooked up in the kitchen. So there was a living room, there was a door, and that would go down to the basement. The basement was always weird though, because there's been a number of times where I was just laying in the living room just watching I think I was watching SpongeBob or something, and I'd always be hearing something coming from the basement. It always sounded like footsteps or something, like someone either throwing a ball down or someone walking down the steps. But I remember that there was a light bulb that was down there, and one time my parents had their friends over. They were all in the kitchen relaxing, whatever. I was in the living room watching TV. The light comes on in the basement, and I'm like, well, there's no switch upstairs to toggle it. You have to be in the actual basement to turn it on. So I was kind of like thinking maybe someone went into the basement and I wasn't aware of it. I let some time pass. I don't know how long exactly, but I told my mother later that the light was on in the basement, and she was like, why did you turn it on? I was like, I didn't. I was on the couch watching SpongeBob. I didn't go down there at all. She kind of looked at me like I was trying to make a story or something like that. She went over there, saw the light was on. She went all the way down there, turned it off, and came back upstairs. Her and her friends were in the kitchen, so none of them went down there to turn it on, and they didn't think nothing of it. I sat back down and was watching the show again. The light comes back on again a second time, and I told my mother, and she was like, "You need to stop playing around with the lights." And I'm just like, "I'm not playing with the lights, man." She is a little aggravated. She goes down there, turns on the light, and then asks me to sit in the couch where she can still see me, where I'm still visible. So, oh, Tyree just left again. So I sit over there in the visible part of the couch. She's in the kitchen. She can see me. Her friends can see me, all that kind of stuff. And I'm just sitting there chilling. watching the show, and probably like 5 minutes pass, and the light in the basement turns back on, and I tell my mother, and she sees me at the couch. I have not left the couch at all, so she sees me. I tell her like, "Hey,
I'm back.
the light is on again." She goes there and checks what's up. She goes over there, checks again. Light is on, surely enough. She knows I didn't leave the room at all, so she goes down there, unscrews the light bulb, puts it into a drawer, closes it, locks it up, and I know. It's yep. So she goes down there, unscrews the light bulb, puts him in a drawer, locks it up. What's up, Tyree? Puts it in the drawer. Why are you in your work uniform? Hold on, you're very quiet. I don't know why you're quiet. Why are you quiet? He's very quiet. I can't hear a single thing he's saying. Can you hear him, Kelvin? Probably not. Anyways, so
No, I cannot hear him. I cannot.
yeah, no, he's very quiet. He's probably just messing with his phone again, doing some weird. I don't know. This boy don't know nothing. This boy don't know nothing. Ain't that right, Tyree? He can hear us, but we can't hear him, so that's interesting.
Maybe his mic just hasn't cut on yet.
Maybe. But no, she locks up the light bulb in a drawer though, and I don't have any way of unlocking it because again, I'm small, I'm tiny, and I'm sitting on the couch watching the show. She goes back up there. Everyone's chilling all of a sudden, just talking, chilling, relaxing. I'm watching TV. And I remember plain as day, like not even a minute or two later, the light comes back on in the basement. She goes down there. The drawer somehow was opened. And it's one of those like file cabinet drawers, so it's like a really tall one sister up there. No little child's gonna be able to access the top one, you know what I mean? Somehow, the light bulb was removed from that drawer, put back into the socket, screwed on there, and turned back on. After that, they didn't mess with it. They just locked up the basement door and didn't mess with it. Anything else? There is a few other stories, but
move. That's what that would have been about.
No, they didn't. To her, my mother, surprisingly, she was more comfortable with that stuff than I was, because I guess she's just used to these things herself as a child. What's up, Eli? What happened, man? You're supposed to be on here. Is Discord not working for you? Are you not able to get on Snapchat and use your phone? Because you can use your phone. That's what Tyree's doing. Tyree's just somewhere though right now. But yeah, no, this thing was going on. And it's one of the first stories I can remember. And she literally didn't do anything about it. She was just like, lock the basement, and that was it. Left the light on, and the light stayed on. Eventually, the bulb blew out like a day or two later. That's about it, though. Another story I can think of that I recall is there's tons of stories in that house, but another one that I remember plain as day was when I was with my grandparents, and when we were in their home, and I don't know why, but sometimes I would wake up in the middle of the night with no explanation. It never really was hard for me to fall asleep, but there was always a time where I'd always wake up at the same time every single night. But one time I woke up and I was just looking around for a minute trying to focus on what was going on, and I thought I saw something move in the corner of my eye, and I'm like, I look over there to try to see what was going on. Me though, just brush it off as like, oh, I'm just tired. I'm just waking up. I'm tired. This is just, it's nothing. It's just me for some reason not sleeping enough, But as I'm sitting there trying to rationalize, like, hey, it's just, me being tired, I could hear that we had carpet in the floor. I could hear what sounded like footsteps walking through the carpet. Like, how when you walk on carpet, sometimes you shuffle a little bit and you can hear it on the carpet when you're moving like that.
Mm-hmm.
Quite literally, yeah. I was hearing that move right in front of me in the carpet and was just walking around. And me being me, I was just trying to lay down and fall back asleep because I was going to deal with it. But I was like, that's not normal, right? It's not something you dream. Because I know it wasn't a dream. Because strangely enough, I knew when I was dreaming, when I was not. But no, that was at my grandparents' place, and I was like, "There's no way that this is going on." But yeah, who knows? That's just another story from there. I got a few more here, but I don't want to take up too much time of me talking. Do you have any ghost stories yourself? Anything you might want to share with the class?
Oh, like I said, the only thing I've up there ever had is had a bunch of the kids over. They spent the night. That morning, they up there was just telling me how there was a ball that kept on getting tossed around the living room, and they don't know how it was being tossed, but they never even touched the ball. But it was just, yeah, very weird.
And they never said anything else about it?
No. I mean, like I said, it was enough for them to come to my bedroom door and knock on it to wake me up, but that was it.
Huh.
After I went out there to look into it, it stopped, so I was like, shit.
Who knows? I mean, it's really hard to understand this stuff. Yeah, people say that when you wake up out of nowhere, it's your body saying, "Hey, you're being watched." Oh, okay. Because I do get that feeling a lot sometimes. Not paranoia, but sometimes I'll just be sitting and chilling. I'll be working on my own thing, and all of a sudden I'm just like looking around, just trying to see, like, is somebody looking at me? Somebody watching me? Like, what's the deal? What's the deal? I never experienced anything like that, like a ball being tossed around. But one thing I do remember was waking up and seeing this black orb shift through different humanoid figures before settling on like a tiny person. It was just weird. And the reason why this one's important to me is just because this thing kind of followed me. Because there was a time when I first got into foster system and all that. I remember waking up, or not waking up, but having a weird subliminal dream where I could see this orb go up the stairs to this one house I was in at the time, and it would like fly around a little bit, like an out of body experience. I could see it flying around. Then it would come up to me, and then I remember waking up. I wasn't able to move, and I was having difficulty breathing. So I don't know if that was just like one of those anxiety sleep things or stress sleep where you wake up and you're kind of choking, or if it was something more real. But yeah, it was interesting. It was weird.
Yeah, definitely
really weird. Really weird. One thing I will say is I can't wait to have a fully fleshed out studio, because that way we all can have an actual physical place we can go in to record these, not this broadcasting software, because then we can use OBS and do it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that'd be pretty cool. You're right.
But you would have to make the effort to travel.
I guess I could travel once a week.
Once a week. I still need to figure out. I would leave the country. Why would you leave the country? I mean, it's just ghosts. It's not out here to get you. Apparently, one of the other stories, though, is called a ghost truck stop. And let's see here. According to this story, a military man and his best man set off on an 800-mile road trip from Camp Lingway in North Carolina to Lafayette, Indiana. It's 1 a.m. on a cold January night in 2014, and a man tells Monsters Among Us that the weather is bad and temperatures are in the double negatives. As the pair closed in on Indianapolis, they discovered they have no money to pay for gas to refuel their car and are about to run out. Growing up in the trucking industry with my dad, I decided to stop at a truck stop, the man explains. But because the main interstates were shut down due to the weather, they had to get off the highway and search for the truck stop along the back roads instead. We found a smaller truck stop. It had one truck in it. It was just kind of strange. It was just a blacked out truck with a blacked out trailer. There was no real markings on it, nothing distinguishable. They went in hoping a clerk or waiters would spot them a few dollars for gas enough to make it to Indianapolis, at which they'd go to the bank, take out cash, and pay back the loan. Inside, they found a tiny diner occupied by a waitress, cook, and a lone truck driver. I went inside, talked to this driver, and he bought us a cup of coffee. We sat there and talked for about 30 minutes about what was going on and where we were headed. And what we were doing. He gave us $20 for gas. I went outside, pumped our gas, came back in, and told him, "Hey, I really appreciate it. I'll be back." Making good on his word, the man got cash from the bank upon arriving in Indianapolis and returned back to the diner. We arrived to the diner about 10 o'clock in the morning, but it's boarded up. He says, "It looks like it's been abandoned for years and the truck's gone, but we had just been in there." They pull in anyway and find a police officer parked in the lot. They explain what happened just hours before, to which the cop chuckles and replies, "Oh, you met the ghost of 3." So two military members conversed, had a cup of coffee with, interacted with 3 people at a diner that had a fuel pump. I got $20 worth of gas, and when I came back, it's boarded up for, if I remember correctly, the cup set has been boarded up for the last 25 years.
So wait a second, the gas pump still work?
So that's what they're trying to figure out. They talked to 3 people. They had a cup of coffee, like a physical, drinkable, like they consumed a cup of coffee. They received $20 of legal, real tender, and they got real fuel in their car from a place that has been boarded up for the last 25 years.
So how are they supposed to pay these ghosts back? That's the question. No, I mean, for real, think about it.
Stretch. Thanks, Zero, for the stretch. I appreciate it, man. I'm going to add some more reward points in there, like tasing. I'm going to add a taser button or something. I want to do something like that. I want to make it fun for Twitch. But for me, I don't know how you would pay back a ghost. I guess leave an offering. But my thing is though, it's interesting because they didn't have this resources in the beginning. They didn't have it on them, and they went into this abandoned place, somehow obtained these resources, and then just everything disappeared. Like, they went into this diner, it was cleaned up and tidy. There was a waitress in there, there was a cook in there, there was a truck driver in there, there was an actual truck outside. Huh. That was, right. I don't know. I don't know how was
okay, yeah, because my question is what happened to the diner? What happened if the diner closed?
That is true. Let me see what's in it. So let's see here. Closed in Indianapolis. They ran out of money. There's no location on this diner. I'm trying to figure out where this ghost truck stop is. Hold on. Let me see if I can figure it out. Truck stop location. So hopefully there's something about it. Let's see here. Ghost truck. Indiana State Police are using ghost truck to talk about reckless drivers. There's no real location on it. But it's somewhere between Indianapolis and Lafayette. So that's not very narrowing down anything, if you ask me.
That is a weird story.
Oh, then apparently there's a place called Slippery Noodle Inn, which was an old stop on the Underground Railroad. Said to be haunted by the ghost of enslaved people, prostitutes, and caretakers who still works there. People have been reported seeing apparitions, hearing whispers and voices, and feeling cold spots. Ooh. Oh, but if you do want to know an oddity about Indiana, this is a neat little thing in Indiana. I'm not exactly sure why it exists, but there's this place in Amity, Indiana, that has a grave in the middle of the road.
Oh, really?
You ever heard of it, Amity, Indiana?
No, I heard of Amity, Indiana, but I didn't know they had a grave in Amity, right?
So, located in Amity, Indiana, the grave in the middle of the road has been around for over 100 years. It's a popular hangout for road workers, curious kids, and college students in the search of supernatural specter. One of the most intriguing aspects of the grave in the middle of the road is the fact that it contains the remains of 7 people, all of which were re-entered into new caskets. So these people were dug up, put into new caskets, and reburied back in the spot. Although no one has come forward, although no one has yet to come forward with the story of how the site got its start, the mystery still remains unsolved. A team of archaeologists at the University of Indianapolis stumbled upon the site while conducting a test run to widen a road. The team found 7 bodies, including 2 women, a man, and 4 children. Evidence of paranormal haven't been well documented given the grave's dangerous location. However, that hasn't stopped various stories and rumors from taking shape over time. Also, apparently, there's a haunted place called the Old Blackford County Jail that's located somewhere in Hartford City. Throughout the years, America's prisons have been haunted by the darkest and evilest people inside their walls. One example of the haunted Old Blackford County Jail in Hartford City, Indiana. This jail was built in the mid-1870s and was used as a detention center for inmates. One of the haunts at the jail is a ghostly man who has been sitting in the lobby of the jail. It is also said that the ghost of a handyman who died in 1910 has been working on things, a never-ending repair list, if you will. One of the most popular paranormal theories is the stone tape theory, which claims that certain rocks replay energies that have been recorded on them. Some witnesses have reported electrical devices turning on and off by themselves. And there's an actual video that someone has actually linked on here that we can actually play on here real quick if you guys want to see that. Which I find this is interesting.
Yeah, link the video. Let's check it out.
Okay, so there's a timestamp on here. Yeah, okay. Alright, so I'm going to mute this music here. And I'm going to see if it's going to share my screen. I'm going to share this. So hopefully you guys can see this, alright? And I'm going to go ahead and turn that down real quick. We're going to see what is going on here. So apparently this is some kind of evidence about the Hartford City Jail. Her head? Is he using a spirit box?
I'm not sure.
Sorry, you said about the way the police here would treat you.
He's using a spirit box. This is Hartford City. Hit me. So he's getting this from something, but I don't know what he's using. I don't know. That is relatively interesting, though. Don't you agree?
Oh yeah, very interesting.
Another spirit here. Hartford City Jail. They're talking with one of the sheriffs here. Can you tell me what the name is?
Jeff. I'm gonna have to listen to this for more of an analysis, but like, that's definitely interesting if you ask me. Because it's kind of like, Hartford City, that's weird because I never thought anything of that small of a town would have that. But apparently, yeah, no, Hartford City.
That's crazy. Yeah.
There's also a video about Step Cemetery. Step Cemetery, though, does not have city coordinates. It has an actual longitude and latitude coordinates. 39.313906 latitude, negative 86.430147 longitude. Located in Martinsville, Indiana. That's where that is. Okay. There's also a few other stories here. Ooh, Bristol, Indiana. I haven't heard a lot for Bristol. Oh, it's the Opera House. I do know this one, though. Bristol Opera House is said to be a haunted old theater that a lot of people actually died in investigating. I guess, from freak accidents. Bristol Theater opened in 1886. It was used as a skating rink, a music hall, and a cinema. Its owners wanted to keep up with the latest advances in technology and continuously bring entertainment to the area. The theater is believed to be haunted by 3 spirits. One of them is a young girl named Beth. She is often seen peering through the curtains at the audience. Another is a middle-aged woman named Helen. She is thought to be protective of the directors, producers of the theater. She has been spotted on stage and on the left side of the stage, so that's something. The third ghost is the former owner of the theater. He has been seen running through the billiards room at night. He is also a handyman and likes to play with the electrics. He is blamed for any problems in the theaters. They like to play around with that, I guess. It's what is the place called? It is called the Bristol Opera House. It is located in Bristol, Indiana. And I actually thought about doing an investigation here one time. It was gonna be me and my friend Emma, and we were going to go do a paranormal investigation on it. And there's a video on that one too, but I don't know if it has anything important in it.
So how would you do that? You just go over there and start filming or something?
Huh?
You said you were gonna go do go over there, right?
The idea is we might do it for a trip one time, do recordings of it, and try to see if we get anything. We might try to set up live, but I don't know how well connection can be in the time of that.
That would be scary.
This is the Opera House in Bristol, Indiana. This is what.
Who's on stage right now?
If somebody's on stage, could you not stomp twice on the stage?
Oh, okay. So this could be an interesting thing to go to. I don't know about you, but I think this could be very, very interesting.
Oh, I'll sit in the car and make sure the car stays on.
Nah,
Shit.
No, I think this could be cool to look at. I think we should definitely try to do an investigation. It should be
I
you.
think so also.
It should be you, me, Eli, Tyree, and probably Emma, and we all just go in there, and we just set up a full investigation. You can be the one that listens to the headphones, so you can hear for any whispers, talking, all that kind of stuff.
Let me be by the door, bro. I need to be out. I need to be like. I gotta watch the front door, make sure nobody sneaks in behind.
Oh, don't worry, it'll be fine. We'll set up like one of those professionals do. We'll set up like a command center in one of the big rooms of the Opera House. It's gonna house everything.
Better yet, the command center can be outside, and I'll be out there, and y'all can be inside.
It's better for you to be inside, so everything is connected constantly. That's what I think. I think that'd be terrific.
As a matter of fact, we'll put some GoPros on all y'all. Let y'all go on in there. You know?
We'll just make sure we put salt on the doors, put holy water on them, and create a kind of shield area for you guys to stay protected.
Take a bath in some holy water.
No, but I think it'd be a cool, legitimate thing. What do you guys think on Twitch and on YouTube? What do you guys think? Should we definitely do it? Should we make Kelvin do it as well? I think it could be cool.
I'll watch the door. I got you.
But no, I like with that kind of stuff. That makes me want to check out the Bristle, just because it is a little far, but definitely want to check that out. But also, Tyree's the only one that came in today, and Eli's somewhere else.
Yeah, and probably had a tough time connecting tonight. That's all. You know how it is.
Now we'll give him a hard time though. That's what we'll do. We'll give him a hard
Oh,
time.
definitely. I'm gonna be like, I showed up. I was there.
But yeah, hopefully we can talk more about conspiracy theories though in the future, because I know Eli has a lot more when it comes to that. He likes to talk about aliens. He likes to talk about all those type things. So
Oh, really?
yeah, apparently so. I like the paranormal stuff. I
Yeah.
like the ghost side and things. But speaking of which, so is there anything that you want to talk about? Anything interesting that comes into mind?
Like I said, I'm definitely ancient aliens type person. I'm an alien. People do paranormal. That's great. Aliens, that's my thing. I can do aliens, space travel. All that'd be great for me.
I can get into space travel, technologies. I love technology.
Yeah, technology. Elon Musk, SpaceX. You got the, Blue Origin and Sierra Group and all of them.
Mm.
Everybody's working towards that goal. How the whole NASA and everything, used to be focused on countries being more space faring, and now it's a corporate thing. You got corporate players in it now. It's no more. It's not just countries doing it.
Yeah. Yeah, I also remember NASA used to be sea exploration. They used to be focused on everything underwater, but they saw something one time, and then all of a sudden they switched from looking our own world to trying to figure out how to get us off our world. So there's another conspiracy theory for you guys. What do you guys think NASA saw underwater? Because the whole theory is we only know like 9%, 10% of what's in our oceans, and apparently they might
Oh,
have saw
true.
something that they might have saw something underwater that apparently was very dangerous for us all, and are trying to get us away from it now.
I don't know about that so much. I just think water exploration is harder to do. I mean, we got submarines, with that little mini sub that went down there to see the Titanic, right? So, our most capable sub could only dive half that capacity or half that depth. So
It is
technically, we weren't even equipped to go down. Our Navy wise was not even equipped to go down that far. We had to bring in even smaller compactor subs in order to go down there.
It is amazing to think about. We can't go down our own ocean, but we are somehow able to go into space, a tight, cold vacuum that means immediate death if something goes wrong. It's interesting.
Which has happened. Well, you got to think it's happened though. Just like
Yeah.
we can't go down to the bottom, the furthest reaches of the ocean, which if we've got the right sub to do it, we can do it. You know what I mean? But
Yeah.
we still take the risk. It's dark down there just as it is dark in space. I
It's
mean,
just
there's no light down there. You have creatures that float around in the deepest, darkest parts of the earth in the oceans that literally their source of light is the light that they emanate themselves, or they, the
yeah.
species down there has their own lighting system.
It
Pretty
is
weird.
definitely interesting. Because for me, it's also kind of like imagine all kinds of things we have not discovered yet that could be within our
Oh,
own
yeah.
world. But it's also like I guess I understand why, because the deeper you go, there's more gravity, more weight pushing on you, and mixing that with the fact that you're getting closer to the Earth's core, it's kind of like, well, what are you gonna do then?
Well, because
But
sooner or later it starts getting warmer down there towards the bottom of the ocean. You know what I mean? Yeah, I mean, depending on if you can get down towards the crust, the bottom of the ocean, yeah, you got little pockets of thermal energy or thermal pockets that are radiating heat. That's how the creatures can live down there. It's not just frozen ice and water.
yeah, even then we're losing our ice because of global warming. But that's another topic for another day.
Because you can put that into a conspiracy theory also, man. Global warming, is it true? Is it not? I mean, there's two sides of that coin.
Yeah, yeah. I definitely think with this headset I can do a sports cast. I know my colleges want me to do a sports cast for them, so who knows. But yeah,
They
like
want you to do a podcast. You might as well get your feet wet and do it.
I'm trying to get into voice acting first. I have an opportunity to become a voice actor for a show that
Yeah,
I'm
my thing
trying.
is
So
what comes first though. Either if you got the opportunity to do it, do it. Sportscasting is one step away from voice acting.
true, very,
I
very
mean,
true.
you never know. Somebody could do like one of the sportscasting, and they could hear you sportscasting and be like, "Hey, that voice would be great for, you know, voice acting."
Sure. Yeah, I'll have to look into this some more then.
Yeah,
Um,
saying.
some other news. GTA 6 trailer is officially going to be released December 5th. Excited to see that, definitely. I don't know
December
about
the
you, but
5th, right?
December 5th, yep.
All right, what
And
day is that?
I have no idea. Today's the 2nd. Monday's
Well,
the
pull up the
3rd,
calendar.
4th.
Third,
Tuesday,
fourth. Oh,
right?
okay. So what? You must
Yeah.
be gonna go live then on your normal day, what Thursday, and do a
I'll do.
stream the trailer.
I'll probably do a YouTube recording of it. Since it's gonna be a short trailer, I'll do a YouTube record. I'll react to it, put my thoughts into it, and then I will edit and post that bad boy hopefully on Friday.
Yeah,
It's about
because
time to get back
yeah,
into YouTube videos. And
that's
for
definitely gonna
Uncut,
be a game that everybody's anticipating.
guys, we'll try to do some more content. I'm thinking controversy. Originally, I didn't like controversy, but I'm thinking maybe a little bit of controversy would be good. Some other gaming news this year. Modern Warfare 3 season is about to release. I am going to see if I can hook up one of my consoles up to the system and run it. But again, I'm wanting to wait until I have a bigger desk to do so, but we'll see what happens. And yeah, and then I'm also thinking about picking up Baldur's Gate 3, guys. So if you guys are interested in D&D games, well, there's that coming. Yeah, have you ever heard of Baldur's Gate 3, Kelvin?
That I have not.
It was a game that was recommended to me by someone from my chat like a week or two ago, and it's a Dungeons and Dragons game that apparently I didn't know I was into because they're connected to Magic the Gathering, which I guess Magic the Gathering is some kind of Dungeons and Dragons. Hey, what is the most haunted place in Indiana? Hannah's Haunted House is labeled as the most haunted place in Indiana. But if you're looking for all the smaller stuff, the Bristol Opera House is definitely one to take a look at because a lot of people are saying we have a video on here that talks about what they found in Bristol, so that's definitely for sure.
That one's
Maybe
pretty
we should.
crazy.
That does sound like some. But yeah, we're gonna try to do more with the talk show, guys. We're gonna try to do games and such. We're gonna try to set more interactions up. It's a long road to go, but I think we got this. I know I'm definitely gonna be sticking more to my more normal content on Fridays and try to push limits. And then if I have time for Tuesday, guys, I'll try to do a Tuesday stream, but can't guarantee I will. So
Yeah, Jesus, stream. Boy, you gonna be streaming every day this week.
I can try, but again, it just depends on school.
Nah,
It just depends
that's too
on
much. I don't think you
assignments.
should stream that much. My goodness, see. I
Yeah,
like having set days so I know when I tune in. Nah,
yeah.
catch it
That's
when I
why
can.
that's why I do Fridays. I think I might do earlier streams though, because I'm realizing 9 is a little late, and usually I stream until about midnight. So we're gonna try to fix that. We're gonna stream a little earlier. Maybe during my winter break, I'll do a day stream, like an absolute all-day stream, where, if possible, I will just sit here and do a big old stream for the entire day. Is it a restaurant? Oh, you're talking about the Ghost Truck Stop. I don't know what that is. And if you're talking about the restaurant, the one I was looking at earlier, trying to see which one that was. Oh, Notre Dame apparently is one too. Cemetery. Oh God, no. Library. Oh, Evansville apparently has a haunted library. Built back in 1885. Stories and sightings of other paranormal activity did not start to get reported until 1936. When a maintenance worker told his employees he was quitting, he informed them it was not because of the job itself, it was because he saw what he referred to as the Gray Lady. According to a worker, she appeared to be dressed in garb very similar to when the library first opened. Who is the Gray Lady? Who the Gray Lady could be remains a mystery. What does not remain a mystery are the sightings that she's been caught on camera on more than one occasion. There have been claims of cold spots in certain areas of the library, as well as people smelling perfume that is not from anyone present. The Gray Lady herself have been seen in the basement near the elevator and also the restrooms. So hold on, let me see if I can look more into this. So Willard Library, Gray Lady. Willard Library, Gray Lady. Oh yeah, so they have a webpage. Support this cause by searching on Microsoft Bing. With Microsoft Bing rewards, you can earn points that turn into real donations to Willard Libraries of Evansville. It's easy and it's free. Holy smokes! A lot of people must be supporting this. So far, they've earned more than $13 million total in donations.
Yeah.
Holy smokes! I wish I had that ability. Hey guys, use this search engine and send me money, please.
Right. Well, I think you do have the ability to do that. Let's just go ahead and create that web page.
Hold on, is okay? There's a website called willardghost.com. Let me pull it up on here for you guys real quick. This is interesting. So, if you type this in, it's a web page you see, and I think this might be made by the library itself. But yeah, but apparently this is talking about pictures of the Gray Lady. More than 136 years old, Willard Library is the oldest public library in the state of Indiana. The library houses the beautiful Victorian Gothic building in Evansville, is nestled gloriously near the downtown area of the southwestern Indiana city of 130,000 people, providing a sharp contrast with modern highs, rises, and 6-lane freeways. Yikes. Don't like that. Willard Library ghost cams were inspired by the question, is Willard Library haunted? It has become fascinating and somewhat credible. Legend says that it drives thousands of people to search the library for remnants of lost spirits. The site is a virtual ghost hunting mecca. Our websites offer 6 cameras for ghost hunting pleasure. Okay, well let's take a look at this. So first, the children's room. Is this like a live camera? Holy smokes, this is a live view of the library. What the heck?
That's crazy. Wow. They put a lot of money into this.
There's an actual live camera right now. The time is correct, right? 10. Yeah. That says 48 though. So
is that a light? Did I just see a light in that hallway back there?
A light?
What? Oh no, that's your cursor. I was going to say, what the hell?
A person?
That was no, it wasn't it was a cursor. That was your mouse, right?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
You
can probably Okay. Let's see here. So 23 is 2023, December 2nd, 2149. My thing says 1028, so I don't know what that translates to. What is 21 hours 49 minutes referred to in 12 hours?
This is 2023. That's an accurate stream.
It's tomorrow at 10:29 a.m.
Hold on, I'm trying to see because this is using a 24-hour clock. It says 49. It's
subtract 12 from the 21.
I'm a just.
Is that what it says? It's 12:49 or 21:50, right?
I'm trying to see what it is. So it's 9:49 there currently.
Yeah, 12 from it, Bubba.
So they're an hour behind us. That's weird. That's weird.
Unless it didn't change over for daylight savings. I don't know.
Oh,
I don't know
true.
if they changed over or not.
True. What is this? Evansville? What is their time frame? What is Evansville, Indiana time zone? Okay. Central Standard Time. So they are an hour behind us. Okay. So that makes sense. So that's weird. So South Indiana gets Central Time Zone. I'm always used to Eastern Standard Time though. So, but this is a live footage of the children's room in Evansville. So, okay,
That's
the
weird.
stairway. What's in the stairway? So, these are all real live cameras. IP Cam Live is the web service for this. I wonder if you actually can see anything off of this.
Oh, I'm
I might
sure
just have to.
something moves.
I might have to do just a stream of this just one time. If you guys will find that interesting, I might actually have to just do ghost hunting as an actual stream. Basement hall. What do we have in the basement hall? Buffering. So so we got some signal stuff going on here. This is so creepy though. Basement hall. Man, it has to be weird allowing people to have access to your cameras like this. You know what I mean?
I think so, but
Children's
it's also a
store.
public place, so
True. This is creepy. Holy smokes, this is creepy. It's also weird because it's not audio enabled. So like I don't like security cameras that are not audio enabled.
no, yeah, but
Man, that's so weird. Because it looks like there's something foggy in this area, but it's like that is so weird though. Research room. God, I wonder if we did see something on these cameras, how would you react?
I mean, what would we be able to do about it? Nothing really, but I mean, I would be definitely, you know,
You probably wouldn't be
it'd probably change my outlook on it a little bit, maybe a little bit.
well, that's just really weird. That's really creepy. But it's also getting a little late, so I don't want to take up too much of your time. We went 27 minutes over our thing.
Yeah, not bad.
I
I
mean,
thought it was pretty interesting. We
it's pretty
said
cool.
we'll get it
Pretty cool.
together. Yeah.
We do need to schedule this a little bit more, a little bit better, and hopefully bring some more stuff to bring to the streams. I'm going to do a lot of research. I'm going to figure out what I can bring to the streams, make it more fun. Because eventually, I want to use just OBS for everything, but I need to have someone design a few things for me before that can be done. So, but I think I'm going to go ahead and end it here. What do you think?
Sounds like a plan. I mean,
All
hey.
right. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the stream, YouTube. Hopefully you guys see this. I would edit, but I don't want to edit. So
Yeah,
good luck. You get to deal with this. Nah, because this is uncut, so it's not supposed to be edited. But if you guys like this stuff, let me know. Let us know if there's anything you guys would like to see in here. Whether there's anything you guys want to add, stories, or simply just have followers, because I do want to throw followers into here. And make sure to tune in on my normal streams Friday for gaming content and all that kind of stuff. I do plan on making cookies though soon for one of the streams, so we'll see how that goes. And then something like that. I know
really?
in the spring when I'm on my own, I plan on doing a big old Phasmophobia ghost cookie creation stream where I'm going to learn how to make cookies decorated and inspired by ghosts and such of the game. So we'll figure that out. That's the hope. Hopefully I have my roommate. Hopefully I have everyone and everything in order and all that stuff's taken care of. But yeah. And then I was going to do tamales, but I have to wait to see how that goes. But hopefully you guys enjoy the show. Thank you guys for watching. Anything you want to add, Kelvin?
No, it's been great. It's been wonderful. And pretty, like I said, next time we'll just do something different.
Yeah, don't worry, guys. We'll make this more entertaining. I know this one's kind of stale, but we'll make it more entertaining. Hopefully,
yeah, it'll be more entertaining.
We're gonna kidnap. We're gonna kidnap someone. There we go. That's your content, guys. We're gonna kidnap someone live on camera.
Live on camera.
We'll figure it out. I think what we'll do is next week we won't do this, but we'll do this bi-weekly. So it gives us a week at least to try to write something, plan something, all that kind of stuff. It needs a lot of work. So don't worry, guys. We'll bring you guys some good content. In the meantime, though, keep your eyes open for more encrypted gaming content. Merch store will be launched as soon as my channel finishes its rebranding, which I think I'm going to rebrand in January. January is where the new name, new logo, new everything is going to be on there. And merch store, yes. And that's all I got to say. So I think
Merch. Make sure you buy the merch.
Buy the merch. Support me. Get decorated out in some bling. Get some pins. Papaya pins. Everyone loves the cat. Get him as a pin. You can put him on your vest, your hat, shirt, anything you want. And I'll also do a giveaway. I'll buy one thing and give it away. So, yes. But yeah, I think that's all for here. Thank you guys so much for watching. And if there's nothing else that Kev wants to say,
signing off.
all right. See you guys out there in the next one. Enjoy your night. Sleep well.